Hi ladies, it's Mr. O'Sullivan. Today we're going to be looking at lesson 5-3, Systems of Equations by Elimination and Substitution. We've done systems of equations by substitution and elimination over the past few days before the break, so today we're just going to do an example of each to make sure that we remember our procedures. So, today's learning target, we already did. What we're going to do first, we're going to solve the system by substitution. So it says solve the following system: y equals 4x plus 6, negative 5x minus y equals 21. I already know I'm going to do a substitution for this because I have an equation that's in the form y equals something. So remember, we're saying y is 4x plus 6. Now, step 2 says I substitute that expression from step 1 into the other equation. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this 4x plus 6 and substitute it in for y. And we're going to solve that equation. So I have negative 5x minus y equals 21. Everywhere I see a y, I'm going to substitute that 4x plus 6. So I have negative 5x minus parenthesis 4x plus 6 equals 21. Now, whenever you make a substitution, make sure you put it in parentheses. So now I'm going to distribute that negative to each term on the inside. So I have negative 5x minus 4x minus 6 equals 21. Now I combine like terms of negative 5x and negative 4x, and that gives me negative 9x minus 6 equals 21. Now to get rid of that minus 6, I add 6 to both sides of my equation, and I get negative 9x is equal to 27. Now, I need to get x by itself, so I'm going to divide negative 9 to both sides of my equation. Which gives me x is equal to negative 3. But the thing is, like we said last week, these are systems. So we're going to have an x value and a y value. Now we need to find y. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our 4x plus 6 because y is by itself. So we write y equals 4x plus 6. And everywhere we see an x, we're going to plug in negative 3. So I have y equals 4 times negative 3 plus 6. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. Negative 12 plus 6 is negative 6. So my final answer is negative 3, negative 6. Remember, please write it as an x comma y. Elimination. 7x minus y equals 15, 3x minus 2y equals 19. I know this elimination because x on x, y on y equal, number. So remember, we just do a drag and drop. I'm just going to choose which I want to eliminate. I want to eliminate my, I'm going to eliminate my y values because those numbers are smaller. So let's eliminate y. So this is a minus 1. So it doesn't make sense to eliminate any specific ones because if you look, both positive, both negative, I'm going to have to multiply by a negative either way. So I do my drag and drop by putting a 1 here, a 2 here. I got to make one of them negative. I'm going to make my 2 negative. So I have negative 2 times 7, which will give me negative 14x. Negative 2 times negative 1, which will give me a plus 2y equals negative 30. Then 1 times anything is itself, so I'm just going to be left with my same equation. And now I have an elimination of my y's. So negative 14x plus 3x is negative 11x. Negative 30 plus 19, I believe, is negative 11. Divide by negative 11. And then you get x is equal to 1. Now I just go back to one of my equations and plug in. I'm going to plug it into my second equation. So I have 3x minus 2y equals 19. Plug in 1 for x. Simplify, so 3 times 1 is 3. Only way to get rid of this positive 3 is by subtracting 3. So subtract 3, subtract 3. I get negative 2y equals 19 minus 3 is 16. And then divide by negative 2. Giving me y is equal to negative 8. So my final answer would be 1 comma negative 8. And that's it. If you have any questions, email myself or Ms. Townsend.